Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games. 0. The last time I'll say 0. 9.
That's awesome. I just thought of that.
100th episode next week.
I'm already getting weird looks.
It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is a strange one.
And it will be.
Yeah, this is going to be a little weird, just so you know, as we go into this. Okay, so I'm going to say your name. You say where you're at. Tim Router.
In my cozy home, not falling asleep.
Gabe Patillo. In a hotel room in Buffalo, New York. Timothy Hall.
In a hotel in St. Pete Beach, Florida.
But you're not in a hotel.
No,
I mean, where
a car in front of a hotel.
Yes, everybody. Tim Hall is the creepy guy in the car just talking to himself.
No,
that's why he say he's
not talking to himself.
Strange looks.
Palming an iPad in his hand and talking into it like a microphone.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is nuts.
Can you please take a
gosh.
selfie? Take a selfie of it or something.
I'll
It'd be awesome.
try. I will try.
Oh,
No, we got a good thing right now. Don't do anything to blow it up.
Don't do anything to the iPhone. Yeah, so this is going to be very cut and paste. It's probably going to be our worst sounding episode ever.
Well, what a way to go out.
Exactly. Tim Router is on, his regular situation. He's at home. He's going to sound the best.
Thank you.
And then I'm on my portable recording device in a hotel, and Hall is recording into his iPad, which we hope records the whole show.
One can only dream.
Yeah. We're praying like heck it works. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And it's episode 99.
So cool.
So we're leaving the 099s. I don't know if I should just keep the 0. So next week we'll do 0100. Oh my gosh. You know what, Hall? You're on vacation. Let us know how it is. You put up a picture of you and your wife out on the beach.
So
It
jealous.
looked lovely.
So jealous.
What is going down?
Well, big extended vacation. We took the 5 days off this week, so it ends up being, with the weekends included, it ends up being like 9 or 10 days off of work.
Awesome.
Very awesome.
Wow.
So when we started the trip, we went to go see her grandparents. They just bought a new home over in East Tennessee, a city called La Follette. And so we got to go check out their new place and hang out with them for a few days. It was a lot of fun.
What's the city called?
La Follette.
Is that near Tri-Cities?
It's about 45 minutes away from Knoxville.
Oh, okay.
It's very isolated living, very fun to live out there, but they're kind of always who I refer to when I mention, not everybody can go downloadable yet. Because really they don't get the best choices of internet speed. So, and a lot of the country is that way. So love going out there, and like I said, just getting isolated for a while. Like, it's really kind of freeing to get out there. So
I bet.
So yeah, we visited with them for a few days. We came down here to St. Pete. I think we got in on Monday. Great hotel. I was really a little bit worried because we booked through Hotwire. But we ended up
HOTWIRE, hotwire.com.
We ended up getting a really good room though, so that was no worries there at all.
Did you guys drive down or fly down?
We drove down because we drove over to see her grandparents first.
Oh, right.
So, we wanted to go visit them, take some time, and then come down here. So we just drove the whole trip.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got basically out to the beach, the very first day. I mean, actually, the day we came in, we ate some local pizza at this Italian restaurant. There's not many options for Krista, unfortunately, because she is gluten-free. But we do the best to visit the restaurants that do have that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of restaurants now that have gluten-free pizza. So we were able to... It was funny because it was the restaurant right next to the hotel, so we literally just walked over to it. So it was perfect.
Amen to that.
And Tuesday morning, we headed out to the beach. Made sure I got plenty of sunscreen on, and both of us got burnt.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some just our bodies, I guess, just aren't used to this weather. So.
And you didn't want the armpit squirting sunscreen for a superpower.
No.
Well, people were already looking at me kind of creepy anyway, so I don't because I brought an iPad and an iPhone to the beach. So I mean, I took a few pictures. I flashed them up there on the Twitter, so we had a lot of fun out there.
That's awesome.
Great.
It was funny because we decided that day to instead of going to eat lunch, we were like, oh, we'll just make sandwiches on the beach, and we realized why that was a bad idea. Because as soon as Krista got the stuff out, these seagulls just showed up immediately.
No way.
Oh, they were surrounding us. It was like a crew of seagulls. It was crazy.
You got ganged up on. Yep.
Oh my goodness!
Right.
And they were squawking at each other. They were like, "Oh, there's food here. There's food." And and so I'm holding my food real close. I'm basically eating like a chipmunk. And I go to I barely set my sandwich down. I got too casual. I got too comfortable. That was the problem. I set my sandwich kind of close to my knee, and one of them just comes swooping out of nowhere and just takes the sandwich.
No.
I was like,
way.
You've got to be kidding me.
Wow.
Are you
gutsy.
serious?
Yes.
Wow.
I was like, wow, that was a really gutsy move.
You got lunched robbed by a seagull.
I know.
He's like, I'm going to do it. I swear I'm going to do it.
He's like, I got this.
Hand
I got
it
this.
over.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It was definitely a planned attack.
Are they just so used to people? Is that what
I
happened?
guess so. They just can't depend on themselves, I guess. Enough people bring food to the beach that it happens.
Lazy seagulls.
I know.
Yeah,
I was so mad. I was more mad that they weren't willing to go get their own food.
I know, right? Go get your own food.
I was going to say, is there something wrong with that?
Too much relying on the government.
Gosh,
get a job, seagull. Get a job.
I've never heard of this before.
That's
That
insane.
is crazy.
I never heard of it either. I wasn't ready for it. Krista was like, oh, it happened to me before, with an ice cream cone, so hold it really close.
What?
And I was like, what?
Wow.
She got a waffle cone when she came here years ago, and they just took it from her. She wasn't even, she was holding it real close.
Gosh.
They just came and took it.
Oh, I would beat down a seagull if he tried to steal my ice cream. I would beat down.
That's right.
They're so used to tourists down here.
I would Goodfellas that seagull. Just keep kicking it, stabbing it with a pen, all that fun stuff.
Like I said,
background singer from Toby Mac / Darius Rucker killed a seagull today.
Attacks a seagull for stealing his ice cream.
Yeah, in defense, he said, I'm the chubby ninja. What?
I'm the chubby ninja.
I'm the chubby ninja.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
In other news, strange white man sits in his car holding iPad, talking into it like a microphone.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's beautiful, man.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you guys are
really
are celebrating how many years now?
8 years.
That's awesome.
So for Tuesday night, which was our 8th anniversary, we went out to John's Pass, which is kind of a collection of shops and stuff, kind of on the bay. It's just a really cool area, and it's really cool to visit if you come down to this area. We found out, funny enough, that the pastor that married us was down here a week ago.
Oh, that's true.
We didn't even know. Yeah, we didn't even coordinate that or nothing. Him and his wife were down here a week ago. It was very funny how that worked out.
Just missed him, huh?
Yeah, just missed him.
Are you having good weather at least? It's not blazing hot, or it is blazing hot?
It's pretty hot.
Yeah, it's Florida.
It's pretty hot out here. So, But all in all, like, we've had a really great trip. Like, typically, I'm kind of one of those people that I prepare for the worst when I make any trip because, stuff happens.
Of course.
But it's all in all, like I said, it's been a very good trip. Everything has gone according to the itinerary that we created, and that Krista created. Who am I kidding? And
you don't get to decide what you're doing, Hall. Get out of here.
Yeah, they decided all for you, man.
Oh no, it's not. It's not that at all. It's just that I didn't even think to start to plan stuff. But Krista took care of everything, and we've had a really fun time. So
that's great, man.
I had mentioned to her last night though, like I was like, I love being on vacation, but it's going to be great to get home and start doing that stuff again too. Just getting everything done in the home and organized, because we had to move everything out of our old apartment right before this all went down. So like the whole week we're getting ready for vacation, we're also moving everything out of the old place. So we haven't really we organized a lot of it, but we haven't really had all that much time to start getting everything in its proper place. So
right,
but
that's crazy.
We needed the vacation more than anything. So I'm just glad.
Absolutely, man.
So you've been playing Hearthstone?
Yeah, Hearthstone? a little bit of Hearthstone. I was thinking about bringing the PS3 on this trip, but honestly,
that'd have been gutsy.
That's very gutsy.
that was a gutsy move. But also too, like the internet doesn't work very well here. Like the Wi-Fi it's okay, but it really, I was like more focused on let's have a good time, and we haven't even. We have hardly watched any TV. We've been like out just doing stuff in the city. And on Friday we were going to go swim with manatees, but they're not in the bay right now, or they're not in the called Crystal River.
I can just come down there and swim with y'all. You feel the same way.
Oh, well, there you go. Swim with chubby ninjas.
Be like a strange brown manatee washed up on the shore today.
And started dancing. It was weird to see.
With a cheeseburger in its hand.
But yeah, so we're going canoeing instead. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, that'll be
nice. Cool. That's going to be great. Well, we're glad that you guys are out there and enjoying yourselves. I'm sorry you had to do a podcast.
Well, like I said, Thursday morning would be the best. Wednesday morning, probably not so much. The morning after our anniversary, I mean, wouldn't have been the greatest, but
right,
this is perfect.
I love you and everything. I'll be out in the car if you need me.
Yeah. I'll be the creepy guy in the car. Don't mind me.
Yeah. Router.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Going down with you, Jack.
Oh, man, just work and life, really. My gaming life is kind of non-existent right now, with the exception of still carding at night for a little while. But I'm kind of I'm just itching to get to XCOM and just haven't been able to do it. So I kept saying, well, hopefully next weekend I'll be able to, and it just never happened. But man, I've just been working a lot and just getting up early and trying to get caught up on a lot of things. But the big news this week is I have a new car. And
you do.
I'm super excited. So I had a 2006 pre-owned LR3 Land Rover, and when we first got it, it's a great car. It's a tank. It's really nice. Parts are really expensive.
Yeah, they
are. There's only one like Land Rover dealership here. And, you go in and I don't get out of there without spending at least 500 bones for something. So this past week, I had the check engine light on. I'm like, oh, let's see how much this is going to cost me. And I bring it in. And so the guy calls me. He's like, your car's done, but it's going to need this, this, and this. It's $2,000. I said, oh, great. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, go ahead and do it, because we need to have another car now anyway. We used to have just one car, and it used to be just that car. But now with Piper in music class and just, things are more busy and we're kind of moving around quite a bit, it's nice to have that second car. So he's like, look, it's the end of the day. I'm going to have the mechanic take it home with him because this is considered a, quote, big ticket item. Spending $2,000 on the car.
Yeah.
He wants to just listen to everything, make sure that the check engine light doesn't come back on or anything like that. So I get a call the next morning, and this is Thursday morning, and he's like, yeah, so the mechanic is hearing a whirring sound on the back two rears. That's your rear differential. It's going to be another $3,000. I said, no, I can't do it. And he's like, it's one of those things where it might still be early. It could go out, but if a rear differential goes out, it leaves you stranded. I'm like, oh, that's fantastic if I have a 2.5-year-old in the back seat with me. So
scare tactics.
Exactly.
Scare
Exactly.
tactics.
So I said, screw it. No, let's just not do it. I'll come and pick it up. So I come begrudgingly pick it up after our lunch, actually, that we had. And
yeah, that's right.
So I'm just pissed now. I'm just hot. I'm like, I spent $2,000 on this, and then I'm gonna have to spend another $1,000 down the road. And we're like, so I call Lauren. I'm like, babe, it's time to start looking for another car. And the sucky thing is this car's been paid off. And it's just like, I've paid it off for like 2 years now. I haven't had any payments. It's been fantastic. But you know what? With all the work I've had to do with it, I've probably put in.
You might as well have a payment.
I might as well have a payment. So that day I was just kind of, I was just upset and angry and like, and so Lauren and I both start looking online for cars. Like, what about this? And what about this? And so she was looking at the Volvo station wagon, and I'm like, all right, soccer mom, if you want to go there, let's go there.
Yeah.
So we run over to Daryl Waltrip, and because he has like 3 different lots here in town, and we were looking at a Volvo, and then we look over, and they just opened in January a GMC Buick dealership, and so this guy comes out, and they're all really nice. They're really cool. There's just no pressure. Like, I felt really comfortable there. Long story short, 3 hours later, we end up trading in the LR3, which we had brought with us, and we got a GMC Acadia, and it's a beast, man. I freaking really like it.
That's a huge car.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like
big car,
it's not a Yukon or a Tahoe or anything like that. It's shorter, but man, you go inside, and maybe the picture I showed you was deceiving. The grill, I love the grill. It's really nice looking. But it's not actually as big as you might think. It's definitely less. It's less than a Tahoe, and it's considered a crossover, which is kind of weird because it looks more like the Lexus you have, Gabe, but it's a little bit bigger and longer. But it has so much room. We got bucket seats in it, and we were there on that day. So it's funny. Like that morning, I get this news about the car. That night, I'd say sayonara to that car, and I have a new car. Got a good trade-in value for it. And because it was the 31st of July, I got an extra like $1,000 in incentives. The finance guy came out. He's like, "Look, I have these 4 $250 something or other that I can't use by tomorrow, so I'm giving them all to you." So I got an extra $1,000 in savings in that. And I'm like, man,
nice.
Going at the end of the month is actually a really great thing.
That's smart.
Oh, that's when you're supposed to go, Jack.
Yeah, so it was perfect. So it was really great. I didn't feel pressured at all. Lauren and I looked at each other. We liked the car, and we were like, done. So I'm super excited. It means I have a payment, but it's a low payment, which is great. So
Did you get it new?
Super happy. Yeah, it's a 2014.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, it's nice, man. It's got the rear camera in the back. And because of the $1,000 that we got, we added a DVD player. So yes, we are the soccer family now with a DVD player in the back.
You are.
But we showed it to Piper for the first time yesterday, and she just had this big smile on her face. So it's like crack for her now. It's amazing. As soon as she gets in the car, she like wants me to put it on and everything. So
DVD player? Don't you mean frozen machine?
Yeah. Frozen machine. Yeah, surprisingly, I haven't put that in yet either.
Right.
But yeah, so it's been great, and so that was nice. It was one of those things where we looked at each other at the end of the day. We're like, well, we didn't let any grass grow under our feet today. It's like we found out that our car, we found out our car's a piece of crap, so we're gonna go get a new one, and it just happened like that. So it was great. But for everybody that owns a Land Rover, I'm done with it. Good luck. It really is. They are beautiful cars, but holy cow, they can be such money pits because parts are so expensive, and it's just I'm very happy and at peace with my decision. So it's been good.
Great, buddy.
That's pretty much been it for the Router Clan. I've just been playing a little Mario Kart at night, like I said, and I go online to see if our family's there. And every time I'm there, I just see my little me come up, and then there's nobody else there. I'm like, hey guys, where is everybody? And every time I see it, I say, guys, guys, and there's just nobody, just crickets chirping. So I go back. I am only 2 circuits away from 3-starring everything. I've unlocked the mirror. I've done 4 of the 6 3-stars, so I've got 2 more of the circuits to 3-star. And then for me, it's probably just going to be all online. So hopefully, if everybody's out there, when I usually fire it up at around 10 o'clock or so, and play for like 30 minutes.
Do you know do you know your name on there?
I think it's just Tim Router. It's either Tim Router or T Router. I'll have to look.
Look them up, y'all. Look them up.
Yeah, I never remember. But yeah, I have our tournament ID number, so I'm always looking to see who's online. And I know everybody tweets when they're online too, so I'll be looking forward to that. So that's me. Extremely boring. Can't wait to get into XCOM because I want to get into that before Destiny comes back out again. And that's it. Mr. Patillo, you are officially on the road again in where, Buffalo, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Buffalo today. I will leave after the podcast, I'll leave here and go to the airport and fly to New Hampshire and then do a show in New Hampshire tonight and then fly home tomorrow. So, yeah, out on the road. I'm on the road again. And it's great. I have a great job. Last night was amazing. The weather was incredible here in Buffalo at Kingdom Bound.
Oh, nice. That's an outdoor event, isn't it?
Yep, at a theme park.
Oh, awesome.
It was great. I've been playing NBA 2K14 was free on PS Plus last month on the PS3, and for some reason I've been playing the crap out of that.
That is so awesome.
I've been playing the mess out of that for some reason. So I think it's because it's challenging to me because I don't play sports games.
Yeah.
So it's not like you go in there and you just wreck shop like, if you were to pick up Blitz or something like that. And so, it's a little bit more simulator than it is like arcade game. So I think it's just been challenging. So I think that's why I've been playing it so much.
That's great, man. Who's your team?
Yeah. I've been playing, you do a thing, and I don't, again, forgive my ignorance, but they have a thing on this one where it's kind of like a page out of the Fight Night book where you have just a player and you try to get him drafted.
Oh,
and
nice.
You get drafted to a team. So I got my boy on there, Jacob Dust, and he got drafted by the Pacers.
Sweet.
Which is hilarious because, in our travels we get to meet a lot of really cool people. And we've actually met the director of drafting, the director of scouting for the Pacers.
Oh, that's
cool. It was kind of like this weird thing. I was like, oh snap! I know that guy that would actually have made that decision.
And there he is in the game.
There he is in the game.
Yeah, it looks nothing like him. They didn't go that deep into caring. So that's been cool. I did download something yesterday. Which bodes not very well for Persona 4.
I don't think Persona 4 had a chance to begin with.
Final Fantasy
nice.
X HD was on sale for $20, and so I got that. And you can't find that thing for under $20 on eBay, man. It's crazy.
No.
How much that holds its value. So, $20.
That's how they can get us into an all digital future, right there.
Exactly.
Make good prices.
Exactly. PSN every now and then will have a sale, and you're like, "Ooh, I don't think I could pass that up." So
yeah,
I couldn't, and I actually had just gotten a free $20 gift card from something, and so I used it already.
Awesome.
And then my heart has been breaking. I'm a Rotten Tomatoes guy when it comes to movie reviews. And so I always go there just to see what they're saying about movies. And we've talked about this before. People can say stuff is bad, and that can be a little subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like if Rotten Tomatoes gives something like, I think they gave Transformers 18% or something like that, right?
Right.
But my wife loved the Transformers movies. So with that in mind, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on there has 33%.
Ooh.
Step Up has 57%.
Oh no!
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know what is going on.
Oh no.
Those are probably the earlier reviews. We probably won't get everything until the weekend.
Maybe.
That's what I'm hoping.
Maybe.
Exactly.
I'm hoping that they can flip flop on that one.
Man,
I mean,
I don't know.
They're getting whooped by Step Up All In.
No.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Step Up. I love it. Man, I gotta say, I wasn't excited for this movie anyway. I don't want to see it. I really don't. I know it's my childhood, but I don't want to see it because it's just gonna ruin it.
I have to see it. Like I already told I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy last week.
How was that? That is what
awesome.
I'm dying. That is what I'm dying to see.
That is great.
Everybody loves that, and yeah,
dude,
I gotta see it.
You are on vacation. Go to the movies. On one of those cold nights, like after dinner, go to like a late movie. Those are so much fun.
On those cold nights in Florida during the summer.
Cold night in Florida. Yeah, we walked the dogs last night. It was about 95 degrees.
Oh, that's horrible.
Sorry, I'm in Buffalo, so like that's where my head is. Like last night was so beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, I totally get what you said.
Go get a late dinner and go to a late movie and go watch Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, it was just so. And Rotten Tomatoes got that one. I mean, it's at like 90-something%.
Oh yeah,
and that's high for a comic book movie.
It is.
All right, this is gonna sound a little cheesy, but is that like a decent date movie? Like, can you take the missus? Okay.
Yes,
good.
She'll love it. Like I went and saw it with my buddy in the middle of the day. Who he just had a baby and his wife's kind of home and it was like the middle. I don't know if she really wanted to see it. So he called me and he was like, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy 125 on Friday. I was like, I'm there.
Did Brad like it? Because he's such a huge movie buff when it comes to that stuff.
He loved it.
Good.
It was good. And Bradley Cooper steals the freaking show.
Awesome.
I think. Chris Pratt does great, but Bradley Cooper as Rocket, the raccoon.
Awesome.
I mean, murders. He's so funny. And that's why I'm saying it's a good date movie, because it's so funny. I think you guys will both laugh and you'll walk away saying lines. And
awesome. All right, good. I got to go see that. I'm dying to.
Yeah. So that's me. I'm probably going to be diving into Final Fantasy. I'm going to give Persona another shot here on the plane today. I tried yesterday and played for 3 minutes and fell asleep.
Dude, you have to. You almost have to, man.
I know.
It sucks.
Trust
At
me.
least you didn't fall asleep during the strip club scene. So
yeah, that would be good. next to a 13-year-old.
Exactly. Oh Lord, for the people just listening for the first time, they're like, "What?
What?" Go back to the previous episode and
go back to last week. You'll know what we're talking about.
Just listen to all 98. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be good.
All right. Router,
let's do this.
You want to do it?
I'm pretty sure I am.
Let's do it!
So again, I say this, I think I've said this for the third week straight. New releases this week, kind of slim. But because everyone's gearing up for the fall, but a couple things came out. Sacred 3, released for the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. Nice action role-playing game. Ultra Street Fighter 4 for the PS3 and 360. That's the arcade edition.
Ultra Street Fighter 4, and Tim's gone.
Oh, no.
The guy at home with his house internet in nice Franklin, Tennessee, Williamson County. Here the guy in the car and in the hotel are still here.
Yeah.
I'm just
somehow.
Hey, you know what's funny? He's probably still talking.
Probably. Either that or he's put his head down and he's sleeping now. Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh. So before he gets back, we have to say we went to lunch with him the other day. We all three met up to talk about episode 100, which is coming up next week. And he totally told us that he fell asleep. Just so everybody has the picture in their head of how he fell asleep, He fell asleep, arms folded, head down, like, chin to chest. I, for some reason, had the picture of him, like, on his couch, laid back. And because he has the microphone that doesn't go away from your mouth, like he has a headset on, that's what he uses. That's why we could hear his breathing so well. So that's just a little background behind the scenes from Married to the Games.
There we go.
And he's back.
He's back.
Hey, so I'm still recording, so I can just repeat exactly what I just said.
There you go.
We talked about you while you were gone anyway.
Oh,
so
perfect.
It'll all be in there.
That's
You'll hear it.
so
You'll
weird.
hear it later.
I did not hear any drop off.
Disconnect.
No, I heard silence, and then I'm like, well, normally they're saying something in here, but maybe they're just all whatever.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play you talking really low because we're talking about you probably still talking.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Nice.
That's perfect.
If I have that ability.
Where, it's funny. I'm sitting here at home with my comfy Wi-Fi. Hall's like in a car somewhere with crappy Wi-Fi, and I'm the one that gets cut off. Of course it is. I might as well have an allergy attack in the middle of this episode while I'm at it too.
Please do.
That would be awesome. Where did I get cut off?
The second release. You said the first one, then you were saying the second one, and then you were gone.
Oh, new releases, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, holy cow! So I just kept talking.
How much did?
Dude, I went through all the top-selling games.
No way!
Yes, I did. I bolted through that. Oh, that's amazing! All right,
that is hilarious.
Let's do this again. So we'll just start over. New releases this
week. You thought we fell asleep
no,
this time?
I thought you were just being quiet, and I'm like, because normally you guys do interject, but I figured I'll just knock these all out, and then we can discuss.
Yeah, we're not that polite.
No. Okay, let's try this again, shall we?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Sacred 3 for the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. Ultra Street Fighter 4 for the PS3 and 360 is out. And I believe we have some DLC for Killzone Shadowfall called Intercept for the PS4. That is out. Are you guys still there?
Nice.
Okay, good. You're still there.
We're here.
Okay, here we go. Right.
Yes, just not interested.
Exactly.
That's terrible.
Has anybody played Killzone, by the way?
No.
Okay.
I put it in. I have it. I own it.
You do own it. You just never played it. Okay, great. That's a testament to the game. There you have it.
One of our short side stories, real quick. Sony's being sued over.
No, don't go there yet. Don't go there yet because it's hilarious.
It is funny.
Okay,
we'll do it in the news.
I'll go through these before I get cut off again. Here we go. Top selling games. The charts are finally back up, so we don't have to do pre-orders. For the week of July 26th, brick and mortar stores, U.S. only. Number 10, GTA 5 for the PS3. Number 9, Call of Duty Ghosts for the PS4. Number 8, Call of Duty Ghosts for the PS3. Number 7. Yeah, it's just a resurgence this week. It's weird. Number 7, Pokemon XY for the 3DS. Number 6, Call of Duty Ghosts for the 360. Number 5, GTA 5 for the 360.
Oh, no. Top 5 again?
Yep. Number 4, Minecraft for the PS3.
There it is.
Number 3, 3DS gets in there with Tomodachi Life.
Nice.
Number 2,
Minecraft
for the 360. Which means number 1, again, Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U. Hallelujah.
Nice.
So... there you have it.
Holla if you heard me.
That's right.
I like it.
There you have it. Nice and boring as usual.
That's all right,
I can't wait for the fall when I can start talking about new titles, and they're going to be up there on the top 10, and it'll be wonderful.
Yeah, and BT Dubs, I think the reason I didn't play Killzone was at the time, I had just been playing a lot of first-person shooters because it felt like that was all that was out for the PlayStation at the time.
Yeah, right.
Battlefield, Call of Duty, Killzone.
That's a lot.
Were all games early on, and I think that it was just different enough that I didn't feel like I could just jump into it and play it. I was like, oh man, what's this little floating thing that's following me around, and I'm supposed to be using him, and so I let somebody borrow it right away, and so I'm not saying the game is bad. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great, and the multiplayer in those games is always really fun.
Exactly. All right, Hall.
Should we just get into that story?
Yeah, please.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say, we talked about how we have it really good here in America. For those listening outside of America, and maybe you don't like America, this is definitely one of the reasons you don't like America.
Oh God, here we go.
We're bored here. We're really bored, and so Paul, go ahead.
So we sue Sony because Killzone is not 1080p.
I could not believe this story.
Are you kidding me?
Basically, the game,
class action.
Well, yeah, class action.
Class action in California.
Class action for $5 million in damages because the game is advertised as 1080p, but it's running like there's some pseudo upscaling. I think it's from like 960p or something. So it's kind of like a small jump.
960 is 960 by 1080.
Hmm.
So it's not true 1080p.
It's real weird.
And so they're suing for deceptive marketing, but it's only on the multiplayer side of things.
Yeah, that's what makes the most sense to me because I know multiplayer they have to like cut down the resolution. I think they did it on Uncharted 3 because I noticed it looked noticeably worse than the actual gameplay. So like I think that they practice this on a lot of games.
That is ridiculous.
And it's funny. The suit argues from Sony's standpoint. It says Sony admitted that it did not, in fact, design Killzone to display multiplayer graphics in 1080p, but instead used a technological shortcut that was supposed to provide, in quotes again, subjective, similar results. But Sony never advertised or convinced consumers to buy a technological shortcut.
So that's their defense, is that we never said it was the multiplayer was 1080p, or did they claim that it was 1080p?
Well, I think they probably said the game is 1080p.
Well, then
then didn't differentiate that the multiplayer is not quite 1080p.
Do you know how many lawsuits we would have if people just kept suing companies for false advertising, or like they were deceived? All of our politicians would be broke.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
like
ridiculous.
If I was like this cheeseburger is 308 calories,
Right.
not 300 calories, like you said.
Yeah, we're idiots.
That's
I'm sorry.
funny.
I'm sorry.
That is so ridiculous. We are bored. Go get something to do.
Meanwhile,
whoever's doing this lawsuit.
There's people just being killed every day in Israel, in Gaza Strip, and we're just sitting here talking about 1080p. Unbelievable. Oh.
I'm saying. I mean, of course, like we could compare anything to war, and it's going to sound petty.
Yes.
But this compared not even to war sounds petty.
This compared to anything else, yes. Oh.
Yeah, you're like $5 million because somebody went and found out. Digital Foundry are the guys that found out that the multiplayer runs upscaled 960 by 1080.
Okay.
But
that's
it's like,
such a weird resolution. Like, how the heck?
Yeah, I don't know, man. But what I'm saying is, so you find this out and blow the whistle, that's fine, whatever. But like to sue Sony because of deceptive market, like nobody would have even known.
Nope.
If you didn't, you know what I'm saying? And even if they did know, it's like, and these guys are trying. You know what I mean? It's the multiplayer, for goodness sakes.
Well, the consumer probably didn't realize it. Like when you're told something, you know to look for it. Like basically, they're playing the game and then they're enjoying it, but then all of a sudden they read that it's upscaled somehow, and they're like, "Oh, this looks like crap." Even though they thought it looked fine.
It's like audio guys, like only the keenest. It's only the keenest ear that's like, I need to listen to everything in wave format. I can't listen to MP3s. They sound awful. You're like, come on, man. You just know that they sound a little worse, so you're saying it sounds awful, but you can't really tell with your freaking cheap headphones.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on your listening device, but I totally understand what you're saying.
Unless you have a studio setup, you're not going to hear everything that's there anyway.
There are so many.
It's like people complaining about stuff on YouTube. They're like, this doesn't look good. You're like, well, number one, do you even have the 1080p selection selected?
Right.
Number two, your laptop speakers are $1, so you're not going to notice.
And number three, it's all up to your internet service provider too. So it's like there are so many factors here that could prevent you from getting the high quality that you want. Dude, just play the game, for crying out loud. It's still going to look.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm pretty sure Sony, like I said, I'm pretty sure they modified that resolution just to make it perform better. I'm sure people would have been way more mad if the game performed worse in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Agreed.
They're like, hey, multiplayer's in 1080p at 37 frames a second.
Exactly.
Enjoy. Good luck trying to kill somebody.
Yeah, I mean, we heard the whole uproar when Xbox One was putting things out at 720p. And so, it's like, we just are never pleased.
Nope.
Go to Golden Corral and fill your plate up. Sit down. Shut up.
And we've said this before too. It's like I would much rather have no lag and it still be a decent quality so I could play the game than worry about 1080p, having frame drops, doing all that stuff. I just, you know what? And Microsoft was smart. They're like, look, you know what? We can't get it. We want to make sure that the experience first trumps everything else, so we're going to keep it at 720. Fine by me. I don't care. As long as I can play that game, I'm totally set. So that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it's
They'll probably settle out of court too. Since Sony lawyers, they'll just give them something and call it a day.
I almost want Sony to go ahead and fight the thing.
Yeah.
Like, no. You're gonna waste your money.
Yeah, that's
and
a good
still
idea.
lose.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We've got the money to blow.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I like that.
$5 million is not that much money to Sony.
No.
But you don't want to be like, you guys are right, because that opens up the floodgates for people to start dissecting these games that come out.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, take them to the
deceptive marketing. I mean, have you ever been to a casino ever?
Exactly.
You talk about deceptive. They're like, we've got the loosest slots ever. Come win $1 million. And you're like, wait, I didn't win $1 million. I can't pay my mortgage now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I step off my soapbox. I'm sorry. That just makes me so mad.
It makes me mad too, man. It's ridiculous.
People suing it's what, America is an amazing place. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I feel like we live in the greatest country on earth.
Amen.
And because of that, we're a little bored. And people need to get it together.
Yes.
Go rock climbing if you're that bored.
That is fun.
All right. Hall, give us something else, Hall.
So something leaked out over the weekend. I think it was due to Amazon, but Sleeping Dogs is getting a definitive edition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are. For the Xbox One and PS4. Supposed to be coming out October 14th. That's quick. That's soon.
Yeah, something I learned too from this is that United Front, they're the developer of the original game. They're working on the port, but they also helped on the port for Tomb Raider Definitive. So I can only imagine if they do more of these, they're going to keep going back to that developer to help with it.
Yeah.
And I'm all for this kind of stuff. Like, we had a little thread on the forum going, and people were like, are you for or against this? And I'm like, bring it on. Anything that'll make the game play or perform better, Yeah. And if it's a game that if it's a game that I haven't played or have played, I guess it really doesn't matter, because when this comes out, I'm still going to be interested in it because I like the game.
It matters to me. Like, if I've played these games before, I'm not going to bother. But if I haven't played them, like, can you imagine I would be all over Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition had I not played it. But knowing what that game is great. And if you guys haven't played it, definitely pick that up, because that is an awesome game.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Don't play it in front of the kids, though.
No,
yes.
no, a lot of language.
Unless you want them to have a laundry list of new words to use at school.
Both English and in Korean. No, not Korean, in Mandarin.
Yeah, Chinese.
But I think it's great that they're doing that, but at the same time, it's like, if you've played it, it's like, I'm not going to waste my money on that. But if you haven't played it, it's a great idea.
That's my only thing. That's why I was on the fence about this. I'm like, all right, with the re-releases.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, I don't know. I wonder if it pushes gaming forward. That's my only thing. I want gaming to constantly be moving forward.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So if you're just re-upping on what you've already done, that's not forward to me. That's, But hey, I get it. And hey, a lot of people, some people, Xbox One, PlayStation 4 is their first console.
Yep.
They're not going to go back and buy a PS3 to play old games. So why not bring the great games up to the PS4?
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. But like, for somebody who's kind of been there, done that with all these games that they remastered.
Yeah.
Do you and I love Sleeping Dogs too. And hey, if they did it with Dishonored or if they did it with BioShock Infinite, I would probably play those games again.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't want to get too crazy about it, but it just seems like, I wasn't excited to hear it.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? It's not that old of a game.
Let me throw this out at you. Do you think that they're doing a lot of these remastered or these definitive editions as filler for the rest of this year? for
It
next
depends
gen?
on how
I
it
think
depends on how easy it is.
I think it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
because if
I
it's
think
easy to
easier.
port the PC version to these new consoles, which when these consoles came out, I think the first things that they were talking about is, we're basing this more on an x86 architecture, so it's easier to do PC console development. I think that if it would be easy to port the PC versions, like, I would think that that's why they're doing this. Because they got Tomb Raider out there really fast.
Really fast.
Either that or they were working on it like behind the scenes for a couple years. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, because you got to remember that they've had the the builds of the PS4 and Xbox Ones for years now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think when they were making, I think that was probably always in the cards. Like, hey, we're going to release this for PS3, and let's be planning on releasing it for PS4. If it does terrible, we just won't do it. But if it does good, then we'll go ahead and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
They probably have some kind of bar that they want to hit before they go full-fledged on bringing it to the next generation. All
right, I got another quick question then. Do you think that these next-gen consoles came out too early because we have this lull right now and, we've gone through, like, the exclusive stuff, but it seems like people are just trying to fill in stuff until, especially the fall in 2015. Do you think that these next-gen consoles came out too early?
I don't.
It just got me thinking.
I don't think so.
No, you think it's a good time?
Only because all of them come out with a lull.
Yeah.
But this is the first time the lull's been filled up with re-releases.
That's true.
And so maybe it just brings more spotlight to the fact that there's a lull. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when the PS3 came out or when the PS2 came out, it wasn't like PS2 games were coming out on the PS3. All like this now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, and there was more time this generation. I mean, if you think about like when the Xbox 360 came out, I think the PS2 had been out for maybe 5 years. I think did the original Xbox come out in 2001 or was that 2000?
I want to say 2000. Oh.
Yeah, I can't remember. Either way, there was a lot less time. The Xbox One came out in 2005. Or the Xbox 360 came out in 2005. The PS3 came out in 2006. And our next gen console was PS4 and Xbox One together in 2013. So that was like 8 years from the Xbox 360, 7 years from the PS3. So there was a little bit more time here. People were more excited, so they were willing to buy the consoles, even though there wasn't hardly any games there, I think.
I'll tell you what, the only thing that if you want to talk about too soon, the only thing I thought was right at the end of the console generation with The Last of Us and some other games that came out, I felt like they just had hit the peak of the PS3. Like I feel like there was still some untapped power there.
I'm with you on that.
Well, they're definitely going to keep it going for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not going away anytime soon.
I'll tell you what, I went over to a buddy's house, my buddy Joe Blair. They're not new friends, but they're like new close friends. They're just great people. Anyway, I went over to his house. He's got 3 boys, and they all game.
Nice.
And it's incredible. And so they had bought Last of Us on the PS4, and I went over there and watched them play it. And it looks good, but to people like me, like it definitely looked like a PS3 game upgraded to PS4 instead of a PS4 game.
Interesting.
If that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it looked beautiful on the PS3, man. I mean, it looked gorgeous. So to see it on the PS4, I don't think it would be that big of a difference.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, they put in some work, but I don't know if it looks like this was made for the PS4. It looks like it was made for the PS3 still, to me, and then brought to the PS4.
Gotcha.
But still an amazing game. The GameStop Expo is coming up on September 9th and 10th at the Anaheim Convention Center. And they'll have the first playable build of Call of Duty House of Cards. I mean, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Kevin Spacey.
Nice.
Kevin Spacey is the bad guy.
Nice, well played.
Okay, I'm just spoon feeding for those that didn't know why I said House of Cards. So
is Netflix sponsoring the event?
Exactly, they need to be. So you can play Advanced Warfare. You can buy your tickets through the GameStop website September 9th and 10th. Anaheim Convention Center. Let us know. I think tickets will run around $40 until the middle of August, and then they jump up a little bit. But if you live in California and you can make it over there, let us know how Call of Duty is. I will be buying it day one, as always. What do you guys think? Would you play it if you were there?
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Gotcha. Mario Kart 8 is getting a patch, an update, and free DLC. The Mercedes-Benz DLC is free LC.
Free LC.
Mercedes-Benz DLC will be free, and you'll get 3 different Mercedes-Benz cars.
That's
that you
cool.
can race, and you'll get a shot at the Worldwide Mercedes Cup online tournament, which will be fun. That's August 27th. The patch is dropping.
Awesome.
So that'll be really fun. It kind of sucks for me because I race with a bike.
Me too.
So and I don't know how different the bike mechanics are than the car. So I probably won't be doing the car tournament, but I definitely would if I would use cars.
I love
Man, I
bike.
freaking love that game.
Yeah, it's such a good game.
So check this out with the update. Router, you'll love this. You'll be able to display the map on the screen because remember the map's not on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
The default choice now after a race will be next race instead of the highlight reel.
Oh, hallelujah.
So for those that don't know, at the end of a race, you're just kind of hitting the B button and the A button, trying to get to the next race. Well, in Mario Kart, they had the highlight reel as the default choice. So if you're just clicking along, next thing you know, you're going through this extra step before getting to the next race. You hit down and then go back to hitting A. And so now you can just kind of hit A all the way through, which I'm super happy about.
Yeah, that's good.
And now even through a power off, I think the game will remember the last cart or bike that you used.
Oh, good.
So you don't have to go back and reset it and then get to racing. And then they're going to improve online connection and stuff because they've had a lot of problems with disconnecting and the tourneys dropping out and stuff like that. So they're fixing all that August 27th. So I can't wait for that.
That's awesome.
Hallelujah. Paul, you got anything else, buddy?
BioShock is coming to iOS. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
What?
Yeah, that looks pretty incredible.
Which one?
The first one.
First.
Oh snap!
I don't know, man.
It's pretty awesome though. Like,
do you think it's gonna be good? Do you think
they said they're gonna do their best to optimize the touch controls for a first-person shooter.
Seriously, I hate first-person shooters on the iOS.
But it supports the made-for-iPhone game controller. So, like any of those controllers that are made specifically for iPhone.
Oh, nice.
I need them to bring out a big one for the iPad because that's the only thing I own that's Apple. So
it'd be great if they had just a Bluetooth support for like hook up your PS4 one or something.
That'd be amazing.
That's pretty nuts.
They need to go ahead and crack that?
Yeah, why hasn't anybody done that?
They're never going to do that.
I know, but they should.
I mean, it's a really good game. So it's really like a popular title. Like, so if they bring it over to iPhone, can't imagine people wouldn't want to play it.
Am I going to have to play that?
Probably.
Yeah, well,
after
I
you
don't
finish
think
Persona.
it doesn't support iPad 2, Gabe, so you're going to have to upgrade.
Oh, no. Have we hit that time?
We've hit that time.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even support the iPad Mini either. The iPad Mini has the same specs as the iPad 2. You have to get the Mini Retina.
Oh, you're kidding.
Nope.
We're there.
I'm
so sad. Oh, no. That sucks.
Well, hey, man, my iPad is my Hearthstone device, so it's like...
There you go.
It is what it is.
I know. Mine's my
as long as it plays
zombies.
that.
Yeah, exactly. But mine plays it real jaggedy.
Oh, boy.
It's not a real smooth game on my iPad 2.
Well,
Man,
iPad
I don't see myself up.
The iPad 2 is like 3 years old, isn't it?
Oh, it's older than that.
Oh, boy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it might be.
The iPad 2 has got to be older than that.
No, because I think the original came out in 2010.
Yeah, you're right. It's 3 because the Mini came out 2 years ago. And yeah, so it was 3 years ago, Mini 2 years ago. Yeah, and then 3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, well, that's a short console generation.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I like that they somewhat are pushing things along because eventually I think we'll see, some of the Fallout games on iPad. And
That could be cool.
Oh my god!
like if they were to put out Fallout 3 on the iPad, I mean, they're gonna need pretty powerful devices.
Yeah.
That's
So them getting
crazy.
this out too makes me think like that they've gotten the Unreal Engine to the point where they can get games like this on it.
Yeah, probably.
You know what? I also beat. Sorry, this is sidetracking. I also beat Wolf Among Us finally this week.
Oh, good.
I forgot to say that.
And
Great!
You loved it?
Yeah, loved it. Yeah. You got anything else, Hall?
Twitch is going to start removing video on demand, or they're not going to start removing. They're going to start muting video on demand that features licensed music.
Ugh.
Which
We
I
were just talking about that.
thought they were already doing this
Yeah,
anyway.
that's it too.
So this is nothing new. They've explicitly said we're not checking live broadcasts and pulling them down. So that I guess that was when they started talking about this stuff. I guess people were getting worried that was going to happen. But it only works for video on demand. So like they're gonna mute sections with licensed music. So even if you have it playing kind of in the background, like on your video feed, they're basically just going to mute that part. It's kind of weird how it's going to work, but there's a company called, I think it's Audible Magic. Yeah, Audible Magic. They basically get a lot of the metadata off of songs. I think what they kind of do is they have just a database of all of those streams, so they listen in to hear if any of those streams match up with their catalog, so that they can recognize licensed music. It's pretty, it's really heady stuff. Like, I'm really not sure how exactly it works, but basically they're going to know if you have licensed music in your stream.
That's crazy. The way that stuff works.
Which is going to be, it's also going to be weird with, like, Madden, like where you're playing and it's playing licensed music. So what are they going to do about games like that?
Yeah, NBA 2K is full of it. Yeah. Interesting.
Mm.
I don't know. You all out?
Yep.
Sweet. 99, you guys.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
It's awesome. I can't believe
It's crazy. Episode 100 next week. We cannot wait to meet you guys. Remember Franklin, Tennessee, the 16th of August, 5 o'clock. And a closer address will be coming. But
and we'll put that on the website too. Once we want to release the address, we'll add that as well.
Yeah,
and we'll
but just know
send it out on the Twitter and everything.
Yeah, and Franklin's not big though, so just
you won't miss
be looking at Franklin, and that's where you'll want to aim yourself. Last week we asked you guys a question, and I was actually really surprised at the response. We asked, how do you listen to Married to the Games, iTunes, all that, blah, 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 blah. And we got a lot of Beyond Pod on Android. Beyond Pod. A lot. I'm just going to read some. Podkicker Pro, Beyond Pod, like I just said. Of course, some people said iTunes, but I thought it was going to be like heavy iTunes. Like heavy, like 80%. And I was so wrong about that. It felt like it's like half Droid. Podkicker. I'm just reading through Twitter and the forum. Pocket Cast. Beyond Podcast. Gracious. So I thought that was a really cool just look at what other people are using, because I use Double Twist on the Android, which I use for all my music and my podcast downloading. It's great, and I love it. Windows phones have built in something. iTunes. Dog Catcher.
Dog Catcher was the weirdest one that I saw. That has nothing to do with podcasting at all.
Oh, it doesn't?
Well,
Isn't it an RSS thing?
No. It actually, I think it downloads podcasts and stuff. But I'm saying, like, most of these other ones are named like Pod something or something Pod.
Oh, yeah.
This is Dog Catcher.
Yeah, yeah. Mine's Double Twist, so it didn't have anything to do. But that's a podcast thing.
Sounds like a breakdancing app or something.
So thank you guys for answering our questions and letting us know. You know where to find us. If you're listening, hopefully you do. If you don't know where to find us and you're listening, I'm glad you made your way here. MarriedToTheGames.com. That's amazing. MarriedToTheGames.com/forum. Come check out the forum. We're talking on there every day. Hall might not be on there as much as usual because he's on vacation. Router's not on there barely at all. Ever. I get on there and have conversations with people. I love it. It's great. Facebook.com/MarriedToTheGames. Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Come chat it up with us. You can see Timothy Hall and his wife Krista out there on the beach. I think it's and Router put up a picture too of him and Piper playing
Mario Kart, baby. That was awesome.
Nice.
That's good stuff. You guys ready for it?
Ready.
Let's get into some questions. Oh, Hall.
Yes.
You got to remind them of something too.
Who? What?
You got to remind them about rating.
Oh, yeah. Give us a rating because I'm on vacation. I don't care.
Perfect. I love it.
Sweet.
All right, we're going to blow through these questions because we got a lot of them this week, so thank you, everybody. We'll start with email. Jeff Swan, previously Remake Yourself on the forums. Full disclosure.
And just so you know, too, in the last 2 weeks, like, some of these questions we're going to answer at the 100th episode because we know we can't always get to a lot of the questions. So some of these, if they don't get answered these last couple of weeks, will be answered at the 100th.
Exactly.
August 16th.
5 o'clock, Franklin. Don't forget.
Be there, be square.
That's right. Okay, so Jeff Swan writes in at mailbag at Married to the Games. Full disclosure, bought The Last of Us on Black Friday for the PS3, started it, played about 2 hours, and it just wasn't the right time for that game for me, but totally something I usually dig. So now I'm thinking of getting the remastered version. Here's my question. Should I make my wife watch it? I get used to this card maybe once a year. Some games she really likes watching, meaning she messes around on her laptop while I'm playing, but still pays attention to cutscenes. It's nice to know she's into it as well because while it'll make the game take longer to get through, we can chat about it and I get to see and hear her reactions to story twists and climatic scenes. In the past, her favorite series to watch has been the Metal Gear Solid series, but has enjoyed Uncharted, Ni no Kuni, and a few others. I'm debating telling her the only reason I'd spend the money for remastered is if she'll hang out with me while I play it. We'd probably get an hour or two in a couple times a week, so I think it'll take about a month. What do you think? Get her involved and stretch it out, or just run through the PS3 version on my own?
Get her involved.
Yeah, really, yeah. I would, because I think somebody said this on another podcast, and it was a great quote about The Last of Us. It is the greatest movie I've ever played. I thought that was a great statement to make. It is like a movie. I think she would enjoy it. And you know what? It's quality time between the two of you. So I think
and they're going to make a movie. So
yeah, and they're going to make a movie. So start with watching this game first before you see the movie.
Yeah, and I think if the first 15 minutes doesn't grab her,
yeah, holy cow, that's all cutscenes. So she better put her laptop down for that. So
yeah, man, I say trade it in, do the PS4 version, Jack. With your wifey.
Yep,
that's great.
I like that. That's great. Nathan Thomas, a.k.a. Spider Jedi. With the release of Guardians of the Galaxy, I've seen it 3 times. Don't judge. Dude, totally not judging, by the way. That's awesome.
That was fast.
Yeah, right. I can't help but think of a superhero question for this week. If Superman went crazy and teamed up with Marvel's Thanos and Star Wars Emperor Palpatine, what 5-person team would you assemble to thwart their evil plot? He said, I'd put together Batman, Iron Man, Silver Surfer, Revan, and Yoda. I'm not sure they would be able to stop the villains, but it'll be one heck of a battle. Thanks for the great podcast. Thanks for the great podcast. It has become a weekly staple for me. Thanks, Nathan. That's awesome. Shoot.
That's a hard question, boy.
That is a hard question. I would say, man, I would say, I'm
got to be
with you.
Superman.
Well, Superman is the one that's teamed up with Thanos.
Oh, he's gone crazy.
So he's gone crazy.
He's gone crazy. Crap.
I agree with you with Batman and Iron Man. I think those two are good.
But you gotta have Iron Man, because I kind of feel like a problem like this would take a lot of money to fix.
Yes.
So
and you
gotta get Tony Stark in there.
I don't know if out of my 5, I want 2 humans.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, Iron Man and Batman are just human.
Yeah, but Iron Man's got the funds. Even if he's not fighting, he can write the check.
I would definitely bring in Hulk. Definitely bring in Hulk.
I think you'd have to.
Because he could just wreck the shop. And
I think Thor.
Yep. Basically the Avengers, I think is what we're saying.
I think Elsa from Frozen. I'm just kidding.
She could sing and whip up a mean winter storm.
No, but Thor's got to be there.
Yeah.
Hulk has got to be there. I don't know about Batman and Iron Man.
Yeah.
I think I'd go Iron Man over Batman.
Batman,
oh, gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that.
I mean, but Batman's got the... Yeah. Hand-to-hand gadgets.
Yeah, but
and he's got like the Batmobile and the stuff.
I think you gotta get Professor X up in there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do some mind reading.
Well, you just need that. You need that leader. You need that solid, that cornerstone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I like this. We're doing a collective.
Oh, Magneto.
Oh man.
Yeah, but then again, he's a villain.
You think Magneto?
Yeah, turn him good.
All right.
No, but what I'm saying is, why Magneto? Just because he's strong?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he'd be, basically, you've got. I mean, obviously, you're gonna have some space battle, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So if he could just pull down whole ships or move them.
What about? Do we get Lex Luthor up in there just because of his because he knows how to bring Superman down?
That's true.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a really good point, dude. I like
just
that.
Just because of his knowledge of Superman.
Man. And then just basically a man made of kryptonite. There you go.
That's right. Yep.
So somewhere in there we have 5.
Yeah, I think we got 5 in there. That's awesome.
Oh, and Stan Lee. We got to get Stan Lee on this.
Well, he'll make a cameo somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
We just need him to walk past the battle.
Yeah, he'll just walk past the battle like, hey, all right, and then keep going.
We don't need him to fight.
No.
That's a pretty big battle.
He's like, he's like swing at somebody and fart. He's like, I just farted while I swung at him.
You can do it, Iron Man.
Oh, that's awesome. All righty. That was a great question. Thank you. Moving on, another email from Lucas Ham Swisher. Over the past few months, I have played through the entire Metal Gear Solid games and have loved it with convoluted plots and infamous bosses. I highly recommend a playthrough of them all, especially you, Router. With that being said, here's my question. What's the most convoluted movie and or video game that you like, but still don't 100% understand?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah. So I would say, honestly, to me, the Matrix, always the movies, they were good, but I was like, okay, so where is this the Matrix? Is this not the Matrix? Like Lauren and I, when we first saw the original Matrix, Lauren and I walked out. It's like, are we in the Matrix? Did we just get punked? What happened? Like it was one of those weird things. I like them. I mean, I really like the first one more than anything else, but I just kind of was like, okay, I think I understand. So,
yeah, sure.
That was it for me.
I would say probably Final Fantasy 13-2. I was like, wait, why? What am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Or probably any of them for me.
But some are way more convoluted than others. Like some are like straightforward, like we're trying to save Earth, but 13-2 for some reason. And I know somebody who likes that game is like, what are you talking about? That's easy to follow. But I was like, just with the time travel, I forget what I was doing. I didn't finish that game.
Nice.
I was like, okay, Lightning's gone, and I'm playing as her sister. I don't really want to be playing as her sister. What's going on? It's just me and this other guy. So yeah, I didn't get that one. Paul?
For me, I think it's like when you've played the entirety of the BioShock games, and the DLC, you try to put things together
You're still
somehow, and it's
confused?
like, yeah, it's very confusing.
Yeah,
I
can see that.
Well, it's just, it gets really heady. Like, you've got to start like writing things down, so that you can like put things together.
You have cliff notes for these games.
Exactly. I love it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And probably the Zelda chronology too, because like my thoughts on the Zelda games were always that everything is a self-contained story, and none of them really have to do with one another. Like, not indefinitely have to do with one another, I guess, but somehow they've tried to bring everything together. Like, I think Nintendo released a book that tries to explain the chronology and the history and all that stuff, and it's just, well, I'm so confused.
You're saying because there's one hero in all these different games, you're like, you can't help but try to put them in some kind of order.
Yeah,
in your head.
Yeah, I don't. Well, like, I'm not trying to put them in order. I think other people are, and it's getting confusing. I mean, I said, I think Nintendo brought the hammer down on this, but I don't know for sure. I'm confused. So it's just a fun game for me. I don't care about the chronology, really.
Yeah. There you go.
Good question. That's a creative
great
question. I like
that.
that.
I love that. Moving on to Facebook. We haven't even gotten to our social medias yet, so we'll just keep going. Sean Fuller. The government is cracking down and making it highly illegal to have more than one gaming console. It has become a federal crime, so you can only have one. Which do you keep, and what do you do with the others? I would keep.
I mean,
it depends. Like, so there's a little bit of a timing issue. Is it like right now, like cracking down right now? Because if it is, I would actually keep my PS3 because I would play more games with it. But,
well, here's the question too: are they making games still for the PS4?
Right.
Or the Xbox One?
Right, because I would be all over the PS4, but I only have very limited games to play. But if it was, if it was right now, like right this very instant, I would probably keep my PS3, and I would probably give another console to somebody who doesn't have one.
Yep, that's exactly what you should do.
Yeah,
that's the right thing to do.
So giving away illegal contraband to somebody else, I think, is the right thing to do in this case.
Exactly. I think I would keep
SNES.
Exactly. Man, that's a hard one. It just depends on if they get to still develop, because we're at the beginning of this cycle.
I know.
If they get to still develop games, I'll keep the PS4 and hope that PlayStation Now gets to a place where I actually want to play it and use it.
Right.
And so I'd keep the PS4 for right now. Give the PS3 away. Give the Wii U away. I already gave my Wii away. Give the arcade away. Ooh, I don't know,
That's
man.
tough.
My arcades are that's tough, man.
Paul?
Yeah, I'll go PS4.
I think you keep the current gen. Like, I'd keep the PS4, but then you give your consoles to people who don't have them, because everybody's just going to get together and play stuff if it comes out on something anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
like, if something
it'll
comes
bring
out on
couch co-op
Xbox
to the next
One,
level.
it'd bring
Yes, it
people
will.
closer together. So maybe that's a problem solver more than anything.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
And then
get
they
on
would-
it, government. Just
And then,
kidding.
they would all,
Yeah.
they would all set up a revolution, and then we have Terminator all over again.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Terminator for the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh crap!
You think?
You would think.
for the first time.
All right, moving on. Zach Ald, where is the Mario Kart 8 rap, Gabe?
Ah!
I think you should do it, dude. I think it's a great idea.
Oh
Oh
snap!
gosh!
I
I
like
got
that.
the blue tortoise shell.
I guess-
Exactly. It doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't evoke that emotion from me to do it. So
Oh.
like Last of Us and BioShock and Dragonborn was just really fun because we had talked about
That was great. I love that one.
Those evoke so much emotion that you're like, yeah. And we already have a huge Mario Kart song on YouTube. If you haven't heard it, it's the Mario Kart love song, and you need to go listen to it. It's awesome.
Awesome.
And when I say we, I mean the community, not like Married to the Games.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when did we do that?
Yeah, it's like, hey, did I black out, or was I asleep during that time too? Stephen Kwame, what game, movie, or song do you love with every fiber of your being, despite knowing how bad or flawed it is? I love Alpha Protocol for the PS3. I've beaten that game at least several times and go back to play specific missions. MTTG forever. I love it.
Nice.
What song you love or movie or game, despite knowing how bad or flawed it is?
So it needs to be bad, is what he's saying.
Yeah, probably.
Dragon's Lair 2. People hate that game.
Oh yeah.
And I absolutely love that game. I know it's just a whole quick time event. Like there's nothing else you do but quick time events. The whole game.
Sure.
But Dragon's Lair 2 hit me at a great time in my childhood, and I love that game. I love the way it looks. I love the acting in it. I think it's hilarious, and I know that it's awful. But I love it.
Man, I don't know. I'm actually thinking more along of a movie, but I can't think of one. Paul, you got anything?
Gosh, I'm trying to think. I know that there's movies that Krista and I like that didn't score well. Like a lot of the
Drop Dead Fred.
What's that?
Oh God,
Drop Dead Fred.
Drop Dead Fred.
That's literally one of my wife's favorite movies, and she made me watch it. I'd never seen it.
Funny.
And I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I was like, "Babe, this." Like I looked at her differently. I was like, "This is awful. This is an awful movie."
Yes, it is.
Oh, the Major League movies, like Major League 2. My friend and I loved that movie, and it has like the lowest score.
Awesome. That's
it
awesome.
probably has like an 18%, and we love that movie.
Down there with Transformers.
Yeah, it's way down there.
Man,
That's
I can't think of one right now. That's a good question.
You can't think of a bad movie that you like?
I mean, I loved Ace Ventura back in the day. That movie.
Yeah, but that's not terrible.
I know it's not terrible. If you go back now, you're like, what was I thinking? But I don't know.
Well, number 2 wasn't terrible either, but I think it got really bad reviews.
Oh yeah, it was pretty bad. I'll go with that for now, just because we got to move along. All right. Twitter @ColonelBigBeard. If you had to kill one gaming bird for Thanksgiving Christmas dinner, which one would it be? He said mine. He said mine Chocobo, lots of meat.
Oh,
that's true.
I love it. I would think that's the only gaming bird. What other gaming birds do you know?
Yeah, Flappy Bird,
Flappy
Angry
Bird.
Birds.
Yeah, Songbird.
Some others.
Songbird.
The Songbird.
Songbird
You're not
would
eating
be.
that, though.
You can't
Yeah, that would be hard to get down.
Yeah, right.
Hard to get down. There'll be a lot of iron. A lot of anybody with iron deficiency to eat the Songbird. I'm gonna go with the Flappy Bird just because that whole story was annoying to me.
Yep. I'll go with Angry Birds, and I'll eat all of them, and that'll be fantastic. Except for the black exploding one, because that would wreck shop in my stomach. Okay. At Shaman Bissett, Sleeping Dogs HD. Now, before this trend is played out, what is the one last definitive edition you would like to see on PS4?
Either BioShock or Dishonored for me.
Yeah, you said that before. I agree with you on I'll take BioShock.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love them to wrap up BioShock and sell it as a full. Like, they're already not selling 1 and 2 for very much money, so just do Infinite 1 and 2 and then just package them together.
Yeah,
BioShock Collection.
Yep. Good one. All right, let's do 2 more. At LeGrew, what are your thoughts on Destiny pre-orders not being able to be fulfilled for Ghost and limited editions? Yeah, that came out this week. We never discussed it.
Whoa.
But the collection editions are being. What are they just not? Are they delaying them, or are they still taking them? I don't know the details, but I don't know. Like, I'm not a huge limited edition person anyway, so it doesn't really affect me. I just want the game, and that's what I got, and that's what I'll stick with, and we'll go from there.
If this is true, those are going to be going for like a couple hundred on eBay.
Yeah, probably.
I was about to say, yeah, they're about to get popular.
Yeah.
I think that it's just the same problem as anything. I mean, when the iPhone comes out, they can't fulfill orders. When
it's an inventory issue.
Tickle Me Elmo came out. Yeah, it's an inventory issue. When the PlayStation came out, when the Xbox comes out, I mean, it's just like it's a thing with something that's popular. You know, I mean, it sucks, yeah, but you know, I guess get it when you get it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like anything.
Well, it's an issue and it's a story. Like if they can't fulfill orders, you know, that's a really good PR story. They're like, oh, it's so popular, we can't even get them in people's hands. Yeah, that's how the Wii. That's how the original Wii stayed sold out for like over a year.
Yeah, they kept their inventory low.
Story week after week.
They made 7 of them.
Yeah,
like, oh man, we
got to make another 7 now. We sold out of them.
I seriously I got mine. I think maybe 10 months after it came out. Like I'd been trying those whole 10 months to get one. And I finally had gotten it, and there were like people lined up at the store like PO'd, and this was like I said, like 10 months after launch.
Dude, I got lucky right after launch, and somebody bought one, put like a couple hundred credits on it, didn't like it, and took it back. And I just happened to call GameStop. And I was like, hey, I know this is a stupid question. Like that's how I started off. I was like, I know this is gonna sound ridiculous. I was like, do you guys have any Wiis? And they're like, we just had a guy bring one in, and we'll sell it to you for $200. I was like, what? Put my name on it, because I was at work. I was like, put my name on it, went and picked it up. So I got it while it was still in the drought.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, final question. At Nova Beyond, what LEGO game should be next? Some ideas would be Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, and Power Rangers. What do you think?
Those are all good ideas.
I love all those.
Those are all great
ideas.
Those
are great. I like the Ninja Turtles idea, minus the movie. But yeah, I think that would be Ninja Turtles would be good.
I really like. What was that?
Ghostbusters.
They could do Ghostbusters is an incredible.
I think that's
idea.
A great idea.
Transformers Lego would be pretty cool.
I think Transformers like Voltron. Holy cow! I like Transformers too. That's a good idea, Hall. I think that would be fun.
Great. That's a great idea. Oh my gosh.
Love that. Everybody, copyright that stuff. Lock it down. Lock it down.
Exactly. Lock that junk down quick.
That's a wrap, Jack.
Is that it?
That's it.
Well, I hope this podcast comes out.
Me too.
Because Hall has no idea if he's going to be able to upload his file. I'm here one-legged with a bad computer. I don't have my regular computer, so I'm be editing together, hopefully on my buddies in the band in Logic or something like that I don't know how to use.
Oh, goodness.
And so, but
this is going to be the Lost Podcast. This will be the one.
Hall, I believe in you. I believe that you can send me your file, and hopefully this makes it.
Gabe, I believe in you. I believe you can download everybody's file.
That's right.
Yeah, and you and learn Logic real quick.
No pressure.
Oh boy,
we're all gonna sound like the we're all gonna sound like the Peanuts teachers. We're gonna be like wah 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 wah.
Oh man! So I think officially we have all three, with Hall doing this week. We've all three done podcasts on location. We know Router's done a couple at Disney World. Now Hall is down in Florida. I'm in Buffalo. I've done a bunch of these on location.
Yes, you have. You're like the location king.
Yeah. You know, on what's that thing that news anchors say? They're on assignment, out on assignment. Do you know where that came from?
No.
That this is what I heard. I don't know if this is true, but the original broadcaster that they said that about, he actually had a boat, and it was called Assignment.
No way.
And so they would say he was out on assignment. Is what
nice.
Is that like the first place that somebody was held up was called Gunpoint, so now they call it Gunpoint all the time? Is this like one of those jokes?
Nice.
I don't. No, it's not a joke. I think that's the real story.
No
I'm not
way.
Joking.
All right, we'll have to fact check. We'll have to fact check that one.
Yeah, I don't remember who the guy was, but anyway.
Chubby Ninja, you got us.
No, I'm not. I'm not kidding. I think that's the real story.
I will look into that.
Yep, we have to look into that.
Do it. Man, episode 100 is next week. We cannot wait for it to be all together with you guys. Franklin, Tennessee, August 16th, 5 o'clock. Be there. If you're on the fence, just come. We're going to have pizza. We're going to have hot dogs. It's going to be great. We're going to stream it, I think.
We hope.
We'll see what happens.
And I'm Gabe Patillo. Hopefully the music is starting right now. That is Tim Browder. That is Timothy Hall. We are married to the games, and we are about this thing. Peace!